Hey there, folks. This is David on David's Braid, and welcome to the finale of our Let's Play of... no, wait, not finale. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Metaphor ReFantazio for the PS5. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and contribute to my Patreon links in the description at the bottom. Yes, last time we finally defeated Luis. I've been officially crowned king, and, we're checking in a year later just to see how things have turned out. I mean, well, things are looking decent, but hey, we still got a lot of groundwork ahead of us. Plenty of Luis supporters and lots of people that said they were on our side. Gotta deal with, like, the crown theocracy. Gotta deal with those guys, and, like, lots and lots and lots of paperwork, yay. But hey, at least I can sneak out every so often to see what's really going on. Anyways, the last entry of the story, the true king. Luis condemns fantasy as an absurd, empty lie. The boy and his allies who do believe in it take on Luis again, mobilizing various heroic embodiments. The boy, who awakened to the legendary king archetype, at last defeats Luis and destroys the royal scepter. After all the boy's efforts, he's been crowned king. A year has passed since the coronation ceremony, and while their troubles are not yet over, the people's faces are bright. His old traveling companions each work in their own ways to build a better nation, not one in which the king shoulders the ways to build a better nation, not one in which the king shoulders the whole of the people's anxiety, but one of mutual support. Where a king has to go and take on the entire burden himself, anybody would break from that. Yeah, not surprising at how my old man turned out.
Come on!
How many times has this bait that we sneaked out of the palace? Nah, I've lost count. Let's make sure we see Maria before we head back, though, okay? You know, this is something I've been thinking about for a while. But doesn't it feel like we've kind of flipped? Flipped?
What?
I think.
Well, usually it's us fairies who go off on our own all the time, and people are always shaking their fists at us about it. Not you humans. But here I am struggling to keep the king and the whole dang country in one place for a few seconds. Catch my drift?
Well...
Not that I'm complaining. I liked it about you, to be honest. Appreciate you too, Gallica.
About that.
You've been there for me so many times, Gallica, I've lost count. Hey, why are you using the past tense? We got our whole lives ahead of us, right? I remember how you'd hit the streets to hear everyone's struggles during the tournament. I bet that's why you have the support you do at Montiero and Oceana.
Guess.
I don't mind getting dragged all over the place, but if you're gonna sneak out, all I ask is you don't leave me behind, okay? I'll drop everything and tag along, no matter what. Promise me.
Alright.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get going, Your Majesty.
Oh, hey!
Alright, yeah, will do.
Hey?
Alright, first off, Hulkenberg, how are you?
Come now.
When you finish your business outside the palace, please promise me you'll return to resume your duties, Your Majesty. If you take this as my pressuring you not to venture out, that's not it at all. Only that as Captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. Oh, wow, the formality! Sounding awfully formal there, Hulkenberg. That is, think of your station. How else would the Knights Captain address the land's king? To be over-familiar would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces of the rank-and-file guard.
Of course.
That said, not a day goes by that I don't reflect on our travels now that only a year passed. I am regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince, and it was through you I learned he yet lived. In the end, it was your ascent to the throne I supported.
And so,
I never tired the faces the younger guards make when I tell them of the time you acted as my witness to my duel. Ah, Rodin. Ah, you mean your duel, Rodin. Yes, thanks to you, I was able to face him with eyes forward and put my past behind me. I'm pleased to say the knights of today are nothing like what they were under Rodin's command. Soldiers take up the sword not for those in power, but for the people. And as the champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king.
well,
You do not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do, though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. Well, good, keeps them on their toes. They know to protect not just the king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voices in clarion truth.
this I vow.
I will protect you with my life, as I have always endeavored to do so, Your Majesty. Only let me stay by your side to do so. Right, fair enough.
What do you want to do?
Let's see if there's anything going on at the inn.
Cheers.
Oh, but is His Majesty in the flesh? Visiting the honeybee again? You're quite the whimsical one, aren't you? I doubt you still need someone to covertly sniff around in order to supply with information. But I must say, it was a pleasure doing business with you. I can understand why Alonso likes you so much. Yeah. Good times. Fabian, how you been holding up? To think that the king of our country would sneak over to my tavern without so much as a single bodyguard with him. You never change, do you? Well, why would I need bodyguards for? I can turn into a giant hulking man with majestic flowing... Yeah, snap my fingers, I could just turn into the Emperor. But this city hasn't changed either. Sunshine Row isn't as safe as one might hope it would be under your rule. So, why don't you pay Maria a visit before you head back to the palace? It'll definitely make her day. Yeah, I'll definitely... Yeah, I'll swing by and pay her a little visit. I have mostly fond memories of sleeping here. I feel oddly nostalgic for the view from this window, which only shows a wall.
What now?
Oh, yeah, almost forgot. Yeah, something I forgot back in the novelist's study before I fought against Louise. Yeah, let's see here. Yep, here we are. One last. Yep. Yep, already. Yep, I reached rank 1. With dreams of fantasy in thy heart, thou art striving to change reality. Thou art now one who walks the path of kings. Thou must display the culmination of thy power. In every age the souls of heroes accompany the true king. With us at thy side, thine ideal shall find fruition. And taking a look back here... nope, nothing.
What now?
Alright, anyways. And yeah, like hell I was ever gonna go and say, oh yeah, sure, Louise, maybe you had a good point after all. Yeah, nah, screw off, pal. Oi, there's a bug I haven't forgotten. You're the king now, ain't you? First time I saw you was the night before the royal funeral, if I recall. No offense, but you didn't exactly look like a prince. Well, that was kind of the point, and I sort of wasn't. To think you'd go on to take down the notorious Louise and seize the crown for yourself. I couldn't make up such a story if I tried. But speaking of wild stories, can't you do something about Sunshine Row? And what's up? Well, you know the old repo Sunshine Row as poor, dirty, but people still struggle to put food on the table. I've been for a long time. You're a good bloke. I think you make a fine king, but don't think you could just spruce the place up a bit and that'll solve the problem. Yeah, no. Just gotta look at the socioeconomic problems here. Actually get some proper business going in here and improve the place's rep. Yeah, it's a bit words, but I'm glad you're being honest at least. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I need to hear. So serious I ever was. Don't hold out hope. The king? Nah, no way. Hey there.
So, we meet again.
Ah, it's you. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? Ever since the new king's reign, matters have changed quite a great deal for the tribe's teachings. Oh, really? I feel there's been more people who wish to learn about teachings and culture, much like you did once before. Ah, good. I wish I could say we were free to worship as we pleased, but that's a dream still among the clouds for the moment. And yet, being able to dream of it as evidence of itself of progress. It is satisfying for now that more people are open-minded like you. Treatment of the Bastari tribe is greatly improved. Oh, well, alright. It's a good start.
It's just too much.
You lived in a giant sandworm to research Oh! Ah, yes, you again. Quite right. And gold beetles from all over the kingdom as well. Insects are vital to understanding the essence of magic. And here I thought their only use was disgusting Martieri cuisine. What a find! So, what would you say to letting your wizard to my shop? We can do business in the open now, thanks to the king. I'm gratified by the offer. Another supports my research. I'm shocked he didn't get shot out. I did, but I don't really want to talk about it. Have you ever seen what a giant human worm rectum looks like? It's not. It doesn't smell pretty. Let me tell you that much.
This is all right.
Still can't believe it. No matter how many times I see it, the king walking out of the honeybee. So he's pretty much back to how it was compared to this time last year. If Luis had ended up king, who knows where we'd be now? There was that whole tournament nonsense. Nobody could keep their mouth shut while that was going on. As far as a damn fool like me was concerned, the whole lot of you might as well have been telling the truth. You and Luis were just two sides of the same coin. Take no offense, will you? Not like I could tell a lie from the truth if I tried. Two sides of the same coin. Well, you're not entirely wrong there. Just what matters is how we went about it.
Oi.
The corpses of the people crouching next to them along Sunshine Road seem to have cleared out lately. A frightful thing, really. I seem terrified of something themselves. I'm anxious just to look at them. I do hope they're feeling like themselves again. It'd be nice to think they found their happiness somewhere out there. Yeah, what was all that about? Ah, well, if it isn't my favorite con man. Alonzo, how you doing, brother?
Good to see you.
Why, hello, your majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. Hey, I had a damn good mentor. Under constant fire from days of all trades, con artists and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? It's been tough.
Well,
Yes, it's been tough, but I'm glad we managed to get so far. Quite right. Your critics are loud and open with their bombs, but plenty more have put their faith in you. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pot in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Ah, right, those assholes. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All of the day's work for the Royal Adjutant to the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I made, I should hope. Royal Adjutant to the Citizens' Council?
hey.
I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. I thought I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I always should have. I'm sure she would. I have absolutely no doubt about that.
Yes.
I hope so. I was such a problem child. I'd like to make this a country where honest folk like my mother could be happy.
Now that you mention it.
That reminds me. Do you remember Datrum, my hometown's landowner? He told me to send you his regards. Ah, how's he holding up? He's since confessed his crimes and is awaiting trial. You are the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country's doing so well. There's something more to it.
Thank you.
I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you. And I am proud to be among its people. The world's a better place with you in it, Alonzo. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even we needier can walk about freely in our true forms. Well, maybe getting upstairs would be still be a bit of a problem, but, well, I mean, I'm just considering the height advantage here. Ah, you're curious what I look like in my true form. I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? Yeah, little tiny Alonzo. Oh, that'll be precious. You are the pride of this country.
This place.
Last year they were so awful, but lately the gallows are hardly getting any use. Well, good. Hopefully, well, not exactly tear them down, but, well, hopefully they'll just start to rust a little bit, and hopefully the termites will get to them. Your Majesty, what are you doing in this wretched stinkhole of a... It may be better than it was before, but this is still Sunshine Row. It's no place for a king, Your Majesty. Hey, this place was basically my home for about a good couple of months last year. And it's still part of my kingdom, so as far as I'm concerned, this place is no better for me than the palace. So, hey, fewer folks are hanging for nothing these days, but there's still no shortage of days who will die at the end of a rope here. Well, I mean, again, as long as the punishment fits the crime. As long as there's injustice, there'll be people who think it gives them a free pass, which means there'll be gallows. Last year changed a lot, big and small. I'll hold my post here, hoping that next year is better rather than worse.
This place has really changed.
Basilio and Heisbay, how you doing? Hey, I'll inspect it again. It seems a right pain to me, but I appreciate you going to all the effort. Huh. Making your rounds, Basilio?
Hey.
Yeah, Captain of the Trading Brigade reporting in. Trading Brigade? And I'm pleased to report that there's nothing to report, Your Majesty, so I'm taking a break. Bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Still not used to calling myself a captain, besides. We've even taken in some of the survivors from Louis's troops, you know. But don't you worry, I got 2 eyes on them even when I ain't looking. Right. Well, I see it. They weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them how power's supposed to be used, yeah? Yeah, exactly. We owe it to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer are turned to a life of crime to make ends meet. If Dale could see Grand tragedy, his eyes would bug out. And not just Dale, a lot of the guys who didn't make it. Vinka.
That's...
I take it you meet Vinka.
Yeah.
You remember him? Those damned experiments trapped him in a vengeance he couldn't see past. But I feel like you might be a while seeing what I'm up to now. We built this peace with a lot of blood and tears. So I say those of us who made it this far owe to all of them what didn't to protect it. Maybe I've got nothing to report today, but it's not like bad people just stop being bad because they're king now. Yeah, no, we'll deal with it as it comes.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot though, so thanks for not giving up on us, or the world for that matter. You spot any trouble that I didn't spot first, you just point me at it and I'll solve it quick like. And speaking of my captain of the Royal Guard, Heisbay. Well, I see our king is out on some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on break myself. Only try not to frustrate your royal guards over much, They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Well, I mean, hey, they should. Yeah, with you two, with you and Hulkenberg maintain the guard, I'm sure that they've got plenty to keep their eyes open about. Who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. It's become quite clear to me since becoming titled. What could be more bizarre? Your chief outcast, once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head, made knight commander. There was, of course, some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they've become, albeit gradually. Hey, an outcast became a king too, so... They didn't look further than the outcast who became their king.
True.
Indeed, you face no shortage of persecution, and look at you now. Grand titles and posts across the nation are no different. They're spread across all the tribes. I've realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However,
Yet he stands for those very people, a symbol and representative. That the king and those around him are of mixed tribes. It has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those of the rural villages. Oh yeah, how's Tadari?
Now that you mention it.
And just how is Tadari these days?
yes.
He seems as busy as he can handle now that they've resumed trade with other villages. The coronation inspired the village to greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of this country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal differences from history books. Well, it's up to all of us to make sure that that happens.
We shall.
We have a ways to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge the path forward to it, Your Majesty. Looking forward to it, Knight Commander.
This place has really changed.
Well, I sure don't want to go back to the old kingdom.
I'm just incredulous.
A Neither Louis nor Ford took the crown. It was an elder of all people. Guess our bets were completely off the mark. Yeah, well, something stinks about it. Magic was at work, so who knows? And did you hear the rumor? They're saying those disgusting humans are our ancestors. Nothing but crazy stories since the new king took the throne. The king held it together this year, but who knows if it'll last another. So yeah, the knowledge about humans is being spread out.
Well, Elder, you really became king! King! Hey, king! Oh, king!
Yeah, that's right. I'm the king, baby. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Oh. You might be king, but nothing will change. You'll forget about me. You'll forget I was even here. I'll help anybody who needs it. Help, you'll say? You've been saying that a lot, haven't you? I've been watching you for a long time, here in the corner of the sea. I hate people who see a parapet like me with no place to go, and pretend they see nothing. Don't forget that.
All very nice.
Alright, well, definitely need to work on that. Why, Your Majesty, surely your kingliness is no further need of my paltry sums for your mag. Besides, I hear the Mage Academy's been restored. Is it true anyone of any status can attend? Oh, original magic. You tried to end reliance on igniters. Only a matter of time till accumulators like this are obsolete then. Yep, I think that's great personally. It's probably about time to shut this operation down anyway. Not that I expect the Igniter Consortium will let it go without a fight. Lycia would stand with you, of course, but they're not infallible either. Well, yeah, I'll deal with the Consortium later. Seems rumors of the king running about Sunshine Row are true. I've no intention of prying now. Thanks to you, Bessie Louise, I get to keep running my shop. Wasn't sure I could with this guy turning red there. Not sure we can take another war. Well, what's got you worried? Nothing in particular. Didn't say that because I think it'll happen, just that nothing ever goes quite the way you think it will, eh? Yeah, true. But hey, you just gotta roll with the punches, that's all. As long as people worry, people want weapons, so I guess I'll be in business a good while longer.
Very nice.
Well, at least there's that. Being here brings back memories of when I first visited this weapon shop. Back when I was still inexperienced and didn't know anything.
All very nice.
Well, still there to go over the top shelf stuff at least. Oh, and Julian. So, what do you want?
Well.
Oh, Your Majesty. Running around Sunshade Row at this time of year, you must have some very particular tastes. Perhaps you've heard? There's unrest across the land as the oppressed are rising up in revolt against their oppressors. Huh.
Yes.
Or perhaps that news hasn't reached your walled garden here in Grand Strad. Our history books may not be kind to this era. Well, should they rise up? Goodness, if I didn't know any better, I'd just say you just endorsed rebellion. Don't you realize how your dangerous ideology has become the spark of new threats? The dim-witted of the world only fan the flames with their anxiety. Be it people or monsters, to be dissatisfied is in our nature. Well, aren't you a pessimistic twip?
You're kidding.
Oi! Been a while now. You must remember me. I'm Sergeant Glackham the Great. You're drunk as usual. You see, that's the thing. Any is a perfect time for a flagon, eh? Then again, every day is a perfect time for a flagon. But, you know, I've been trying to cut back, actually. When we lost Fidello, God rest his soul, drink was the only thing that kept me from going mad.
I guess.
Certainly couldn't follow Luis after that. So leaving the Caderas was sound, but it's still hard for a parapet to find decent work. Drinking my life away seemed the way to go. I assumed all of us from Luis's side who survived would have been sent straight to the gallows, but letting us join the brigade, well, real generous of you. That's no problem. Hey, as long as you learn from your mistakes, as long as you know who you're supposed to be fighting for, you know, the people, yeah, that's really all I need. Not sure I would have fitted anyone else, big complaint. Plus, without Basilio in charge, we're feeling right at home. Now I'm back to drinking for the fun of it. I owe it all to you, Your Majesty. You're all right. Oh, I'm sure your liver's gonna be cursing me until the day you finally die.
Welcome.
My, if it isn't His Majesty. You always were partial to Sunshade Row, weren't you? I know you've hardly a chance to warm that throne of yours, but the people here are as poor as they've ever been. Mine's the only way anyone gets out. It was big news that the Mage Academy reopened to anyone, but think about it. Only the rich can travel over a mountain. Sorry, I shouldn't talk to you about politics. There's a new year to ring in. Looking forward to a more relaxing new year without all the frantic work. Have a happy new year yourself, Your Majesty.
Thank you kindly.
Anybody can attend as long as they have the money to travel, eh? Might just start investing in public transport.
Oh,
Hey,
action to undertake.
hey, Your Majesty, listen to this. We just had a guest in the store claiming to be the chief of Etria.
Ah, Denny.
He said he wanted ingredients for the withery potion they used on the island, and, how should I put this? That Mustari village chief. He's rather easy on the eyes, wouldn't you say?
Oh, you fancy him, don't ya?
Oh, wait, sorry, forget about that. I swear I had a point. I wanted to tell you that all sorts of people come to visit now, and I enjoy doing business now more now than I ever did before.
Good to hear.
Excuse me.
Under the current king, people are finally starting to question the discrimination against the inferior tribes. But tribal fraction is deeply rooted in society, so we got our work cut out for us.
Oh, still plenty of work to do.
It's just too much.
Everything's back to normal, except the one thing that mattered. Louise ensured my husband would never come home again. But I'm grateful to you. You stayed by my side and gave me courage during my darkest hour.
That'd be lovely.
Oh, don't say that. You always cheered me up with your gossip and the funny stories you told. If you're not opposed, I'd like to live on with you. I think together we can deal with whatever comes our way. Yes, you're right. Together, we'll make it through. And I'll need your support.
Alright, well, now, tribal discrimination's out of the way. Now to go and make sure to... Alright, now to make sure to legalize gay marriage. Whoop whoop!
Well, I sure don't want
Alright, I know the cathedral's that way, so let's go this way.
Thanks. All right. Where to?
Ah, well... Oh yeah, it looks like the Gauntlet Runner's been trashed. Oh, well, I mean, kind of... oh, wait, never mind. I guess Neris is just repairing the old girl.
Aha.
Hello there, Your Majesty the King. I still remember that night in the city when I first laid eyes on you. The evening of the royal funeral. It was the first time I'd ever seen someone from the Elder tribe, and I immediately knew that there was something special about you.
I'm sure we'll meet again someplace.
And I'd say I was right on the money. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. Then again, I hardly remember that, but whatever. And behold you lot, we're here, the heart of the country, Grand Trad. Wow, I thought even a parapets can find work here now. Suppose it's true what they say. Change the king, the country changes too. Oh, don't get too carried away now. Still plenty folks who spit on the ground you walk. God high hopes for next year, though. Still plenty of folks who have parapets. Well, we'll sort them out. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just gonna have to take time. I wondered how things were going to end for a while there, but they seem quite under control now. I'm glad the threatening madman didn't end up king.
Still, an upstart from a forgotten tribe has no business slighting the established nobility.
It was the established nobility that caused said madman had to show up in the first place. A king with nothing but flowery speeches and ideals will hit the wall before too long. No different than the last king, really. Well, just got to be a little bit more practical then.
Amazing.
An elder?
The king's tribe. Won't catch anyone bad-mouthing them now. Not openly, anyway. What do you think of the current king? In my opinion, he's a victim of the last one. If you think about it, he used the royal magic to put the whole kingdom in chaos. And that's what caused Louise's rebellion in the first place. Who's the real root of all evil here? Forden.
How did I wind up here?
I lost a good number of friends to it all. Couldn't bring myself to mourn the death of the last king. Still can't.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, another one of Louise's generals. You moron! Can't you see I'm busy? Oh, it's you, Your Majesty. Remember me, do you? Refresh my memory. A young king with a bad memory, I see. How could you forget Thebia, former maintenance chief of Louise's Gauntlet Runner? I was just examining Your Majesty's Gauntlet Runner as part of my research duties. I recall how astonished I was to see her take to the sky the first time. I wanted to get back to my engineer roots, but then Louise started showing his true colours when the Caderas went down. I got to say, Your Majesty, you're too soft. We used to be enemies, but you recommended us for the brigade and gave us work anyway. Well, if I hadn't, you'd probably be planning to go and assassinate me now, would you? Pretty genius making a Basilio the captain, too. The rest of his own crew fall in line like wooden soldiers. Though I'm not sure that kind of leniency forges nations. So what for the air? Can't imagine you can afford to waste time on relics like me. Be well, your majesty. Right. Makes me nostalgic now, thinking of the strategy beats we once had. Ah, yes, the Gauntlet Runner. Hello, puppy. In the last battle when we rushed to the Caderas, the Gauntlet Runner was a great help. Yeah, if this baby couldn't fly, we would have been completely screwed. During our travels, Nearest to cry out, "Enemy attack!" through the runner phone, waking everyone up in a panic. We saw the whole country from this window. I can vividly remember the sights when we soared through the air for the first time. The warehouse was neat and tidy, and I didn't find anything.
Right.
We did our best on our journey to make the most of the few ingredients we had, ensuring nothing was wasted. Good times. There's still dishes here. Perhaps from Nearest's last meal. Hopefully not from the last time we were eating, but traveling made me realize that most things can be eaten if you cook them long enough. I learned a good deal about how to control the heat too. And maybe not now. It's a cast of Nearest's secret stash. Maybe it's because we can travel so easy now, but a mellow aroma is different from those days before wafted in the air. It's a small bed. Yep. Well, now the beds are used for supplies. And since the Sanctist Church lost its power, previously forbidden texts about magic, astronomy, and historical research books about previous eras are now here. Ah, good. And, yeah, good. We find, first things first, we needed to take the church down a peg. Yeah, it took a bit of a while. Probably lots of political bullshit wrapped up in that, but oh well. Nearest's pioneering spirit looks to be alive and well. I could just imagine him inventing something, a twinkle in his old eye. We had our ups and downs in those days, but it was always Nearest's playful spirit that perked us back up. Oh wow, these are all his glasses? Yeah, he's got one for every mood. Yeah, so has his beanbag chairs. In the end, I never found out what this powder was. It was cocaine. I'm sure it was cocaine. Yeah! I found something new every time I did laundry, which was probably a good experience. Some additions to the journal appear to have been made over the past year. I've been deciphering the second half of the old man's notes in my spare time. Recently, the villagers asked me to bake some sweets with the few ingredients we have. Cooking and inventing share a number of similarities. I've quite enjoyed it. As the villagers goaded me on more and more, I inadvertently compelled an amount of recipes I dare say would put a palace chef to shame. Rather than inventing dangerous tools of war, perhaps peacefully devising new and delicious confection recipes is the highest form of invention. And so, apparently Nurse is now a baker. Okay. Well, yeah, baking's a lot more science than art, you know? Nura says it's been improved beyond compare, but it looks the same to me. Yeah, it still looks like a big heart. It's possible this igniter was prepared for me so I could learn about this country. Yeah, something about the... Yeah. So basically, you just think about it and you go to somewhere you've been. They basically created a magic version of boson jumping from Martian successor to Desco, didn't they? Yeah, it took me that long to figure that out. Huh. I haven't seen Duras on there. Figured that'd be the... Ah! Oh, right, there you are! Oh, what brings His Royal Majesty here? Got to feel the wind on your face too, have you? I know how it is. I'm the fancy old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau and can research as I please now, but something's missing. So I threw off that stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner in the way I do. Yeah, no, I hear you.
About that.
I feel like I know what you mean when you say something's missing.
Oh.
I do, you decree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I rather miss the days of dashing hither to the runner.
Perhaps.
Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you give it to a man who used to shock about modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device I'll deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. Ooh, fishogram. It would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit, stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
And it's times like this I need stimulation of the mind. Do you have any that might do the trick? Do I smell another relic hunt?
That's...
Are you going to send me on another relic hunt? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you'd put back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. I do so miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they've become the guiding principles of my research, you know.
That's...
Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all.
However...
Still, it's no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm a bloody genius. I do it. What I need is stimulation, Your Majesty. You know, like the soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You'll let me know if you ever want to go out for a spin, won't you? Our dear old girl, sparkling thing, and always ready for takeoff. Good to see you. Oops, wrong one. Oh, I can't believe the owner of this sweet gauntlet runner ended up king. Well, help me come to a decision. In the new year, I'm going to go see even more gauntlet runners. Well, I mean, Lena's right over there. Maybe she can get you a job over at her dad's factory. Speaking of, hey, Lena.
Hiya, boss. Oh, dang, I suppose I shouldn't be speaking to you so casually, huh? Then again, we were rivals, weren't we? And Caden Workshop's the official workshop of the Powers Engineers now. And don't there's here nor there. Besides, I'm glad you got the crown. So am I, Lena, so am I. Still, lots of humans out there that you'll have to deal with, and you'll need a gauntlet runner to get to them. Caden Workshop thanks you for your patronage.
Alright, so yeah, there's still humans running around. Kind of figured. Your Majesty, do you have something you need with the gauntlet runner? All's well here. If it's not overstepping, why don't I tell you something I've always wanted to say? Sure. Do you remember a long time ago when Luis dropped that human on the city? I was actually assigned to duty at the Grand Cathedral. I was actually assigned to duty at the Grand Cathedral that day. Oh, wow! You dodged a bullet there. The state army was in complete disarray, and us soldiers were absolutely terrified. But it was the rumors about you that kept us afloat in those dark times, Your Majesty. You couldn't go a day without hearing someone insult the lesser tribes, and here comes this group led by some elder fighting through the cathedral with no regard for their lives. If you only known how much the tales of your heroism and courage gave to the gods that day. I couldn't thank you then, so please, allow me to do so now. You are truly a hero king, Your Majesty. Please, flattery will get you nowhere. Oh, you, what do you want?
Yes, hello.
To think that you, of all people, would end up becoming the king. I never expected it, but I will tell you one thing. Wax poetic about your ideals all you want, but when it comes to protecting the country, only power will suffice. The people don't all approve of a dreamer king. Who are you again?
How dare you?
What? You don't even remember my face? Bloody hell, this is why you... never mind, I'll spare you for today. I fought sanity for a year, and I still don't accept you as my king. You're all ideals and no power, same as the king before you. Oh, you want power? Let's go on over to the square and I'll show you power. We can't slack off on guarding the magma accumulator just because the country's at peace. Right, that's precisely why we can't. Even if magma dust like this can be abused, we would have another... if even mag dust like this can be abused, we would have another riot on our hands. Powers that shake the world will breed new ambition. I ought to be optimistic about this new regime. Well, best to just keep an ear to the ground. I still remember the day I met you last year, Your Majesty. I felt you had a kind heart, bothering to listen to an old man's folk tales. A sincere young man loved by fairies finds happiness. Folk tales aren't just tired old stories for dreamers.
Thank you.
I'd say they have the power to tell the future sometimes. Though maybe that's giving them a little too much credit. Well, who knows?
You are.
Now, who's this? His Royal Majesty, the King. What's brought you to my little dive? Come to think of it, I said some rude things to you last year. Don't you give your L to head down and know our feelings? Tribal quarrels haven't quieted down here at all. Might even be worse now that everyone's equal in the eyes of the law. But sometimes fists just need to fly. It's not like it was back when the sky was red as blood and death was everywhere. In fact, it's amusing to see new faces around here. It's a good change, I think.
Ripping, missus.
I used to meet this old Clemar here. He died about a year ago in the riots. He was so full of himself, always telling me that I was wrong, but you know what? Most other Clemars wouldn't have even bothered to speak about a platypus like me. That man actually treated me like a person. He was a gruff, mean bastard, no questions about that. But he wasn't a bad person by any means. And me? I suppose I was fond of him, yeah. I liked our little conversations. And now he's gone, I miss him.
Ripping, missus.
Sorry I couldn't save him in time. There's Juna and... Plateau!
Wait a sec.
Isn't that the cat from Academia? If that place was made of magic, how is it here in real life? Saying nothing of how he could have survived in a deserted ruin buried in the snow. That should be possible, right? Who knows? It's mystery after mystery around here. If memory serves, the last king did build himself a study in the Mage Academy. Do you think Academia was styled after that, maybe? Yeah, I think that was... Yeah, no. Yeah, Academia was probably styled for the king's time at the Mage Academy. I wonder what his majesty... what more felt when he put his little guy in Academia. And he's like, meow. And speaking of the Mage Academy, so, Headmistress Judah, how are you holding up?
My king.
Oh, there you are, Morpheus. I heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon.
Bring any souvenirs?
In that case.
Did you bring me back any souvenirs?
Gosh.
Let's just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you the gist. Firstly,
Well,
the Mage Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing and are already progressing in missions.
Ah, awesome.
I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me of all people to be the Academy's headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on a tour as songstress.
Yeah, well, hey, you got a side hustle, so...
Oh, and shall I introduce you to my furry little friend? I scooped him up at the Academy of all places. During the reconstruction, he stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory supposedly used by a king long ago.
Oh, an observatory.
Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
so
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. It may even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple and the Sanctum. Oh, and don't keep it the cat. Feels like fate, you know?
speaking of which,
And speaking of fate, on my way back I met up with Myrtus.
Well, she's doing well.
Now we're talking.
She's been keeping well, I hope.
yeah.
More than well. Her throat has been fine, and she's a fairly prominent singer about town now. We both just keep soaring to new heights. Her in music and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey.
Surely you remember, music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others. And when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. So just you watch. With music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted, and if it makes the world a better place, isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Vela taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts.
Well, again, open to anyone provided they can actually make it. Yeah, again, remember, gotta invest in public transport.
Oh,
An elder. Wait, aren't you His Majesty the King? Why would you be in a place like this?
I can't be here?
ugh, come off it.
Obviously not. You mock me, Your Majesty. I thought we'd seen less of that kind of stuff, but I guess we couldn't expect prejudice against the elder to disappear overnight.
Yes, I've been king for over a year. Where the hell have you been? Oh, yeah, you, Penguin. What do you want?
Hello.
It's not Your Majesty. What fortune to bump into you at the end of the year like this. If there is anything my humble personage may be able to do for you, Your Radiance, I am at your service. Say but one glorious word, I shall most happily piss off.
Honestly.
Okay, lay it on a little thick, aren't we? It's that 4-ton that got you in trouble last time. You hear me? One wrong move, I'm turning you over to Basilio. You gotta turn your life around.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, nice try there, schmuck.
Ain't this a pickle?
Oh, we got a whole lot of people here.
I'm relieved that the royal palace has returned to its original location. Even now, there's people who could hardly believe that it was flying about, making its way around the entire kingdom.
Oh, yeah, and, did I tell you about what happened when I actually landed on there? It was completely infested with humans!
But I saw it with my own eyes. I witnessed the moment the red light within the king's eyes vanished, and the palace returned to the gouged out land it was pulled from.
Yeah, that's crazy. And traveling with Lady Judah sure was fun. Your Majesty, what business do you have with a former helmsman like me? You were a helmsman? You mean you don't remember me? It's me, Cabia, the former helmsman of the Cadaris. You didn't hear from Chief Magnus? Lady Judah was off inspecting the Mage Academy and I was the flight helmsman. It knocked me on my arse when Lady Judah left Louise's company, you know. I left right after she did. Anyway, still undecided about you being king and all that, but I do appreciate you taking me in, so I'm going to work to repay that favour.
You've got this under control, yeah?
On that note, by the time I get back to work. Oh, and don't tell the chief I was off shooting the breeze here, eh, Your Majesty? Hey, as long as you don't tell anybody that I was around here, so...
Ain't this a pickle?
And, oh yeah, Loveless.
Hey,
What's the word, Your Majesty? Just one question, if I may. When are you going to lower the booze prices in this country? No. I'm only kidding you. I don't feel much like drinking till I black out so often anymore. Oh, good, so you're only just drinking until you puke all over the place? After I entered the tournament, I really went through some stuff. I was acting a fool on the world stage, and you too.
yeah.
I'm grateful, you know. Can't speak for the rest of the country, but you've done right by us Parapus. We got it better than we ever did. Some chuckleheads out there still try to take their aggression out on us, but they're just vented probably. I'm sure you'll do something soon enough. Yeah, just let me know about what's going on, and I'll see what I can do.
And the king himself out browsing the shops. Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family.
Any recommendations?
One igniter in particular, in fact, though I'm afraid we're all sold out of it at the moment. The igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well, and the store is packed with families and children.
Say,
I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium.
Ah, good, she's the new head of the consortium.
I can't help but think that if I had been in this position sooner, then the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented.
Look, again, it wasn't your fault. How many times have we been through this?
Fine.
There was nothing you could have done at the time, Brigitte.
I know that. I only rose to this position once you became king and shed light on what lurked in the shadows of this country. Though you can't take full credit, as it were, I was nominated for my new position by my colleagues. Our new king has changed this country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can ever disappear from this world.
Well, better to have something and not need it than to need it and not have it, sadly.
Yet.
It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue doing all that I positively can with all that I am, just as you do.
Speaking of,
Ah yes, do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead.
Oh, good, they didn't kill the doggy! And they decided to raise her, oh, she's your petty now.
I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject the gentle dog to the atrocities I committed in her name. You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you.
Oh, good. Doggy!
oi there.
Mr. Driver, how long do we depart? I'm bloody eager to get a move on. First Elchiana, then Montiaro. My cross-country trip starts tomorrow. It starts now. A new chapter in my life.
I know.
Not to ruin your fun, but this carriage doesn't go that far. You know that, right? I'll get you across the wasteland, but after that, good luck. Your Majesty, it has been some time since you graced us with your presence. What style of igniter may I help you with this time? I jest. I know that's not why you're here. As you can see, it is thanks to you the Lyceon Magic Association has been able to continue its business. Our king has showed us what magic ought to be. Humans and other threats still stalk the land, so igniters in their power remain an indispensable asset to maintain the country. All this talk of original magic that doesn't rely on igniters, it's going to take some time to make it viable. Yeah, definitely good. Yeah, until we mastered archetypes.
Come again.
We'll continue to produce igniters with pride, helping to bridge this era with the next. Yeah, the replica of the Royal Scepter. After all that fuss across the kingdom, the one who ended up on the throne was the Blood Heir after all. Oh, the irony. He had the strength to take down Luis, I'll give him that. But in the end, I guess blood's all that ever matters. He was the only one viable choice of the lot. Who knows if he'll be a decent king? I suppose it all depends on what he does next. Yep, just keep an ear to the ground. Ah, Yufa.
Greetings.
Working hard as ever, Morpheus. We're going about town and listening to what the people have to say.
Exactly.
Myself, I just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about their grievances and disputes as Chief Magistrate.
Huh. Our court is time for that?
Well,
Our court's taking on common grievances?
yes, of course.
In the past, we've been busy with cases of violence and theft, but those have decreased remarkably.
In truth.
As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past, many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial.
Alas,
I'm pleased to report that things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly.
Good.
It just goes to show anything is possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. And my brother is making great strides as village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling, I think.
And he's been showing up around town recently.
the reason is,
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime, and so I practice what I
now
preach.
that you mention it,
The other day, I went to visit Ovi's church to inquire with those who are sick there about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them.
How is Obi? Was Obi doing well?
very well.
Yes, we'd practiced dancing together, and then we showed our mother. All of them are ready to ease into working again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope these people had was God.
I do believe.
I want to fight for them to have options and the laws and systems that they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with all their values can join hands in harmony. That's what we need.
Because
You aim to achieve that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to continue walking alongside you in this.
Yeah, sounds like things are starting to shape up, and... Oh, Batlin!
oh,
Well, hello there, Your Majesty. As laid back as ever, I see. Oh, you're one to talk. I myself been crying like a baby, for I find my position as Chairman of Parliament quite an unfamiliar one. Chairman of Parliament? Still, I've considered these open to all parliamentary meetings. Compiling all those opinions is indeed hard work, but work well worth
this
doing.
fellow.
It won't be easy for those who are at the church's beck and call to change, but I think they started to see what they turned a blind eye to. At least a bit, no? A person who speaks the real truth to the public without yielding to authority. That's my father and I wished for. A true and proper town crier. This country's turned over a new leaf, but there are still many problems to work out. Seems the rural regions are still suffering from human havoc. Oh.
I'm counting on you.
All I'm saying is, we're a long way from utopia. But still, the first step is as important as the last, and we're taking big ones. Well, hey, as long as progress is being made, so... Just recently, a sanctor in Briarhaven was brought to judgment. His crime... just recently, a sanctor in Briarhaven was brought to judgment. His crime? Using Parabus subjects for atrocious igniter experiments. The Church reaffirms its dedication to cracking down on inhumane acts such as these.
Wonderful.
Wow, the Church is actually owning up to its scandals. The town criers around here sure have changed. Nah, they're just trying to put on a good show for the new king. Doing things like they always have would always send him spiraling further. Alright, so yeah, they found the one responsible for the igniter experiments. Edeni. Hello there, Your Majesty. It's great to see you're doing as well as ever. I just left a meeting with the provincial lords. I also preached and was starting teachings in various areas when the opportunity arises. Many still push back against such teachings, but that's perfectly fine. Our country is well served by different perspectives. Many of the villagers come around to this too, you know. I think it's because you all face such danger on our behalf. Still, it won't be easy to change the entirety of Uchronia. Its history is embedded deep in its roots. This country is larger, and some people will need all the power you have. The true test of your values has only just begun. Well, I mean, hey, maybe at some point you could show them off the Dragon Temple and the ruins of Shinjuku. That'd probably start changing some minds. And speaking of Godot,
All right.
are you surveying the city incognito, Your Majesty? Your escorts will be aghast. Not that I think anyone is truly capable of harming you. Yeah, like you tried. As you are aware, faith in the Sanctist Church plummeted after our misdeeds were exposed. I admit, we were arrogant and unjust, wicked in custom. But people have found salvation through the Church as well. I intend to restore the Sanctist Church to its true purpose, to offer salvation to those in need. As Sanctiarch, and as someone who is saved by the Sanctist faith myself, that is all I can do to return the favor.
May God keep you, child.
Well, hey. Just make sure, just make sure you don't let the stuff that happened in Fortin's time repeat itself, alright? Here's the church Rella used to stay in. I hear Godot is here a lot, serving the people. And yeah, thankfully, looks like Godot's turned himself around and not just, yeah, a long way, it definitely came a long way from being Fortin's muscle. Sneaking into the Grand Cathedral to the mausoleum to avoid prying eyes feels like such a long time ago. It's been non-stop crazy since then. And the Crown Theocracy enacted reforms saying that no injustices will be tolerated, especially from their own. Oh, great, you again.
Right.
Well, if it isn't Your Majesty, it's been a year since you've ascended the throne, and a quick one at that. Feels like the strife of Louise was but a bad dream. Had you asked me then, I would have been wringing my hands about one so young leading the kingdom, but now I'm embarrassed to have thought it.
Oh.
You had a keen eye to recognize the danger Louise posed, and are braver still to have fought him. You had a kingly caliber I never truly possessed. Still, a single year is but a drop in the proverbial bucket. Stay vigilant, King. Yeah, don't worry, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, well, just a few more people to talk to around here, and then we'll officially be done with Metaphor. Or, again, at least until we tackle New Game Plus and all the true fight against Louise. So, till next time, folks, this is David on David's Brain. See you when I see ya. Bye-bye.